Alright, how's it going, YouTube? So, back with a recap of the testing tune. So, we did work out all the tweaks with the car. We got the car going straight. Problem I was having was getting stuck on the line. Now, I believe that was all my fault because instead of me using its hooking, I went to straight PJ1 of my own, and it was just too aggressive. So then, as y'all know, Charlie gave me some get stuck. And that's what was getting me off the line on those passes. Also, this is what happened too. I had to adjust ride height because I broke my shock tower. If y'all could see, these are two shock towers together, right? So I broke that one. So I had to attach another one to it and use it like that. And remember, my shocks were running sideways, so now I got them running straight up. So the car did perform better like that, which was a good thing. On one of my screws, I'm not even sure when that came out, but anyway. So after I switched to the get stuck, I was getting off the line, and I was able to keep putting out power. Now what I did was just try one coat of the PJ1, and I still got stuck, and it caused me to blow this ESC. Now, I was running this one, but it doesn't have no wires for a cat pack on it. So I noticed that the volts was hitting hard. I was getting like 4.9 on runs. One time I even got a 4.7 on a run. So that was off the line. So the third hit, I tried different things now. I tried lowering the start power and also not using the data log, and that did not help. It just kept clogging. I guess the tires was too sticky. So I kept going up on point. I also tried, if y'all seen the video, I also tried to keep going up on point, but the point was too much, because by the time it got out of the groove, it was just spinning. So, and this is us testing, trying to go to the Clash of the Titans race. So after I blew that ESC, I put this one on and still was struggling. I end up blowing this ESC. So I said, you know what? Let me try the Bullet. I went to the Bullet, but also before we get to the Bullet, so I got this car dialed in. The only thing that was happening was tires was spinning. Also, shout out to Derek when you get those real quick. Alright, so shout out to Derek. He gave me some tires. I end up trying them out, but as y'all know, these are a little bit smaller. So what happened there is, if y'all watched in the video, you see how high the car is? It's sat a little bit lower with the rear jacked up like that. So what it does is, right now, the car would do that if it willies. It would just pretty much sit up. It's not gonna. Now if I had these tires on, when I touched the wheelie bar, the car would literally come right up. So on the run, I noticed that, and I did 2 runs with these, and I noticed that I would have to literally drop the car lower to compensate for these tires. So I didn't have time, so I just kept running it with these tires, which worked out great. I got the car down to like a 196, and as I went to go and try it on another ramp, that's when I got stuck and I blew the ESC. So that is what it is. At least I got the car running straight. We're gonna go just run through the whole car. I definitely want to use these because I want a lower ride height. So I'm gonna end up putting these on, but I'm gonna have to drop the ride height of the rear to about right there so it could all be equal. So the car should just sit about right here. Anyway, let's get the Bullet out, run through that, show you what happened there. But I'm happy this car is dialed in. Can't wait for the V2 chassis from Miguel, because the steering, I think what would help me now is if I can move the battery up more. So with the steering servo in the middle right here, I can move the battery all the way up to here instead of here. So that gives me a lot of weight placement right now to do more with. So yeah, for next season I think I'm gonna definitely keep this chassis and go to work with it. But I'm gonna switch to the V2 by then. So we'll see. Anyway, let's get the Bullet and go. All right, this is the Bullet. So this car did. So after the ESC blew up in Tombstone, I pulled the Bullet out. I said, let me test it. So the first 2 hits with this car, I got stuck using the PJ1. Switched to the Get Stuck, got down 199, turned it up. Next run, it got down to a 187. Now I try to turn it up some more, and that's when shaft snapped on the motor. So it was on its way though. It was moving. It was consistent. I don't know. I might do some tweaks. I think they got a conversion for this, for the front bumper, for you to put the mount up. I think, I'm not sure. If so, I'm gonna have to look that up, because I definitely would like to put the battery up on this car too, because it would definitely, I would be able to leave a lot harder. But this car definitely comes out the group smooth and runs smooth in general. So I would like to go back with a single wheel for this one. I just took it off to put it on the Tombstone. So, but yeah, I like to get the rod height a little lower, but I know if I use these tires, if y'all see the height, if I use these tires on here, then I would have the car literally sitting like that. So it would just be, the front would be low and the back would be high, which is not how I want it. But it got a lot of flex, so that helps. I would like to put the Castle in here and see what it do. So I might go full pole with this for a backup for next year. So we will see. If not, I might go with one of those fancy chassis everybody else going with, like DC1. Yeah, I heard a DC1 is a good car, so not a Apollo or one of those, but probably go to DC1. I know a few guys that got it, so I could probably learn some things right off the rip. But yeah, I like this car. I might keep it. Definitely want to try a 4-pole in here, because a 2-pole is definitely moving. Now this chassis got so much flex that it allows it to move around in the middle of the track. Like the flex allows the car to stay smooth, which is a good thing. But sucks I'm not going to Clash of the Titans. Hope everybody out there have a good time. Everybody that's coming from Mass and CT, put on. Y'all fellas have a good one. And hope to see y'all at the next one. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. Also, we probably won't have no more racing unless we get another 70-degree day. But other than that, the season's over. So we'll probably be having Garage Wars. I already got a few cars fixed up for that. And then inside of the garage, and I normally test like 66 foot, so I'll probably mess with this. So one of the cars in the 66 foot, if I get it back up and running. Also, probably would go, I want to go R1 in one of the cars. So once I figure that out, which car, we'll go from there. We're also going to be going through the cars, and if I get a new build or switch over to the V2, we'll do a build on that. So yeah, have a fun one.